the Review Shack, and I mean this one, not this one. And today, as you can see, we're taking a look at the BST, AXN, Best Action, however you want to say it, I just say Best Action, TMNT Casey Jones figure. So as you can see, it comes on a pretty standard Best Action box. It says, up top, it says Best Features, Best Articulation, Best Assortment. Assortment's always pretty good. Articulation is hit or miss on these things. And as far as features go, I don't really know what they mean by that. There's no features. They don't do anything. But you can see some really good artwork right here, right in the front of the box. Very sheen at the bottom with the Ninja Turtles logo, Casey Jones. You can see it comes with an extra head, which looks quite a bit like the 2003 Casey Jones iteration. But you can see his mask, which is probably the one I'm going to be keeping on him. Really digging those fine, crisp paint lines on his face. This comes with 2 extra hands, a hockey stick, another hockey stick, but that might be for a different sport, I'm not sure. A broken baseball bat, and his golf bag right there. And if you turn it to the side, some more cool artwork. The turtles specifically have really good artwork on the side of all 4 of them. And on the back, as you can see here, this always gets me. 31 points of articulation. Swivel bicep and thigh joint, double knee, shoulder, and elbow joint, ball joints for maximum posability. Get in the pit and play. I don't know what that means, and it sounds vaguely like a threat. I have no idea, but they all say this on the back. But as you can see here, you've got the more artwork, shows all the accessories again, incredible sculpted details. It says Casey Jones. Casey Jones is a crazed vigilante who goes after all sorts of crime, from armed robbery to littering. While he may not be part of the Ninja Turtles crew, he's always someone they can count on when they need help. So, yeah, you know, if you're not super familiar with how he was in the original 80s cartoon, he's a psychopath. He's absolutely nuts, but I love him for it. I think he's the most underrated characters in all of the TMNT universe, if you will. But enough about that. That's enough of the box. We're going to open this up, see everything it comes with, and kind of fiddle around with him a little bit, see what we can do. Alright guys, here you can see we got everything out of the box. That's looking all good. Came with this sticker here. It says Best Action on it. Every figure comes with one of these. I've not specifically seen this grayscale one though, so that's pretty cool. You've got his alternate head sculpt right here. Again, looking a lot like the 2003 series. So that's good. You've got these 2 extra hands here. These are fisted hands. So they, you know, obviously one brown, one white. They're just for swapping out. And then look at the actual figure here. He's pretty good. He scales pretty well with the other figures. I'm pretty impressed with him. Let's take a look at his weapons. He's got this, again, this broken baseball bat I really like. It's probably my favorite one, actually. We've got this goalie hockey puck. And the one thing I don't like about this is that it's really soft. None of the other accessories like feel that soft. This one was pretty bad, but it's got some good paints on it. You know, it's got white for the wrappings. I really like how it says Eastman right there. That's pretty neat, because, you know, Peter Laird and Kevin Eastman were the guys who made the original Turtles comic, so that's always good. And we have this smaller black plastic hockey stick, which again doesn't, I mean, it's kind of bendy, I suppose, but it doesn't feel as bendy as that one for some reason. But again, you've got some nice paint on there for all the wrappings and what have you. Now, as you can see here, what I was saying earlier is these really nice paint applications on the mask, the thin lines there. I can't quite tell on camera if they're aligned like they should be, but they don't bother me too bad. But he looks really good. He's got his crazy messed up hair. He's got this shoulder pad which has layered on it, so that's, you know, you've got the Kevin Eastman goalie hockey stick, and then you've got the Peter Laird shoulder pad there. That's good. It's made out of like a harder kind of plastic. Here you can see his golf bag. It's got pretty much no paint on it. It might be might have a little bit of weathering, I can't really tell, but it's, you know, it's not too great. It's got this handle here, and I don't know if that's really sculpted that way so he can hold it in his hand, or if that's just how they did it. But you can see right in there, everything will fit right in here. It fits really loosely though, so it doesn't, they kind of knock around in there, but it looks pretty good, you know, get him that kind of look. Other than that, take these out real quick. He's got these sweatpants, this blue tank top, cut off t-shirt. I'm not really sure, a sweatshirt, but he's really good. The paint's looking really good. This hand, for some reason, doesn't like to move very well. So there's that. But as far as articulation goes, he's got ball joints at the head, but because of his hair, it kind of gets in the way of everything, so you're a little bit limited there. He's got, the legs move really smooth. Well, you know, I say that, and his hip popped off. Let's see if I can fix that. There we go. But it's got a thigh cut, it's got this kind of ball hinge thing. A lot of people complain about the knees and the elbows. Yeah, I agree, that looks kind of weird, but it doesn't bother me that much. He's got some nice paint on his pants here and here, so that you can see his skin coming through his pants. He's got paint on his ankles right there, right below his shoes. He's got all that. He's got nobody. I don't really think I've seen anybody mention this, but he's got this waist swivel, but it like opens up these gnarly holes in his hips. It's kind of weird. And then he's got a ball joint here, but it doesn't move very well, and it only really wants to move that way. So there's that. His arms move out, you know, they're on a universal joint there, swivel joint here, the quote-unquote weird elbows, you know, is what it is. They've got good range. Got stuck on his, it doesn't sit on here very well, so it will slip off the shoulder and kind of get stuck right there. But, you know, a little finagling, you can fix it. His hands are on swivels, and they've got a kind of like a inside and in-out wrist joint as opposed to the up and down, which would have been preferable for at least one of the hands, I think. He's painted really well. I was worried when I put this on him if he would stand, and it does make it kind of difficult. But, you know, as you can see, it doesn't really take too much doing to do it, but you definitely have to lean him forward to get him to stand with that extra weight on his back. These accessories are really light. They don't really affect that too much, but there's that. So, all in all, it's pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and pop on that other head, just in case anybody wants to see how it looks that way. Oh, that's interesting. It's got a blue paint on that part of the peg. That's a little weird. Let's kind of try and pop this on. Oh, well, that's not good. His other leg popped off. That's the other problem with these figures. The legs will pop off a lot because the heads are so tight on all of them. You usually end up popping joints out of place when you're trying to swap them out. But it looks pretty good that way. If I ever get a little tired of the display and I want to change it up a little bit, I'll definitely swap out that head. But it looks a lot better on him for sure than I thought it would. But there you guys go. Casey Jones, BST, AXN, Best Action, whatever you want to call it. Looks great, feels great. There's that. And in the next video, we're going to be taking a look at a certain orange turtle who loves pizza.
It's a bummer Master Splinter didn't listen to his doctor about his diabetes.